Elon Musk is greeted like a rock star as he emerges from a Tesla in his test tunnel in Hawthorne.
Traffic is soul-destroying. It's like acid on the soul. It's horrible. It would have been incredible if you could travel around LA, New York, DC, Chicago, Paris, London, anywhere at 150 miles an hour. That'd be phenomenal.
Tech titan Elon Musk's latest big disruptive idea. How about this? Underground tunnels to beat traffic congestion. Last night in Los Angeles, he unveiled the first tunnel in what he hopes will become a network of underground. How fast is this?
This is still slow. We're only doing 28, 30 miles an hour.
Oh my God, oh my
we'll
God,
speed
oh
up
my God.
After we get around the corner.
This isn't just any tunnel.
We can get 100, no problem, but we'll take it easy for you.
It's Elon Musk tunnel. And to understand why we're speeding through it, you need to go back a couple of years when he decided he had had enough of Los Angeles traffic gridlock.
Either we try something new or we will be stuck in traffic hell for the rest of our lives.
We're actually standing just in front of the boring tunnel. It's 1.14 miles long, and we just went inside it. It's pretty impressive. It runs under 120th in Hawthorne, and what they did today was they demoed it with a Tesla, and you can take a quick...
So you can travel the vast majority of your journey without stopping at 150 miles an hour and only slow down when you get to your exit. Stations, these are the intent here is to have many more stations than you'd have in a subway, so at least 10 or 20 times more stations than you'd have with a subway. This is also very important because then you can intersperse the stations throughout the city and not dump a ton of traffic in one location. So you can have as many tunnels as you want. And I'm pretty sure everyone in the United States is not going to move to LA. But you could literally build enough tunnels to transport everyone in the United States in LA. There is no limit. This is really a small but very important element, is having retractable wheels that when you're driving down the road normally, they retract and go under the car, you don't even see them. But when you get into the tunnel, they deploy and allow you to go through a narrow tunnel very quickly and effectively like a little train.
Musk wants to help build a network of underground tunnels where driverless cars would shuttle passengers to and from multiple stations around major cities.
The great thing about tunnels is that there's no limit to how deep you can go. They're weatherproof.
At each stop, there would be a lift, which would avoid the construction of large and expensive stations. It's built so that you're supposed to be able to go 155 miles per hour at top speeds. We were not allowed to record our ride inside the tunnel. Overall, it was a bit bumpy, but technically everything went smoothly. Musk says it takes roughly a year to dig and construct a mile of tunnel in a city like LA, and that's after cutting through all the red tape. He says he's open to any and all solutions to end traffic.
We're not opposed to mass transit. We think mass transit is fine. Let's try every solution possible. But the thing about tunnels is that you can go 3D underground.
No one was building such a system, so Musk formed the amusingly named Boring Company and started building it himself. He hired Steve Davis to be the company's new president. Because Steve, you're an engineer at SpaceX. You've been there for
15 years.
So when Elon came to you and said, I have this idea to do what did he say to you?
Go dig a hole.
He had no experience doing tunnels and said, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
Steve, that didn't give you pause?
Learn from scratch. So probably the first day you won't be the best at it, but then you'll get better.
About a year ago, that company started digging what has become today's 1.2-mile-long test tunnel. It's in Hawthorne, near Los Angeles.
Unless we can make tunnel digging at least 10 times cheaper, then digging tunnels will not be an effective means of alleviating traffic. It'll just cost too much. These are tunnel reinforcing segments.
Musk's vision depends on him being able to do it all, faster and cheaper than current industry standards. While modern subway tunnels in Los Angeles cost around $900 million per mile, he says he built this for about $10 million. One way he saved money, he literally made it dirt cheap.
When digging tunnels, it's quite expensive to have all this dirt trucked off somewhere. And we're like, well, why don't we try to use that dirt for something useful? So we're creating bricks on site. And you can pick them up and they're very cheap, 10 cents a brick.
So all of these bricks
Yeah.
came out of the tunnel.
Yes.
But speeding